But not only because of the atmosphere, but because of the terrible experiments that they're doing for military purposes with a very low frequency electromagnetic waves to change the wind patterns throughout the entire planet, which gives us sudden extreme weather, like sudden cold, sudden blizzards, great storms and hailstorms. And all this is being done for military purposes. It is actually happening. And only just recently, Arkan civilization intervened in Russia at the Baikonur Space Center. They had an enormous rocket on the gantry, ready to blast off with a military payload. And this military payload was an H-bomb to go into orbit around Earth. When one morning, quietly, 2 starships came in and circled round the base. Now this is real. It really happened. As I'm telling you, everything's real. It really has happened. And these 2 starships quietly circled round the base. The one starship circled round the rocket on the gantry, and the whole gantry collapsed with the rocket. The starship simply used magnetism to pull all the nuts and bolts out of the gantry. So the whole thing collapsed. Then the other starship went to the administration buildings where all the very highly sensitive electronic equipment was housed, and simply punctured holes in all the windows with a light ray, so that the air conditioning so necessary for all this sophisticated instrumentation and computers was completely nullified. And before anyone could even get out of their chair, the 2 starships disappeared into the sky, and it was all over. So they are starting to come in now into our atmosphere on very close surveillance to see what we're up to and to intervene when necessary. Because there was another incident that occurred just recently, actually last year, when a great starship quietly came across one morning over a very highly sensitive atomic submarine base. Immediately, the jet fighters were sent up to intercept the spaceship. And the spaceship simply blasted 5 of them out of the sky and rammed the 6th one. The 6th one wasn't that badly damaged, and the pilot wasn't hurt, and he was able to land. At the same time, they released the atomic missiles from the silos at the spaceship, but she simply blasted them with the light ray before they could leave the silos. So there was a tremendous explosion. Actually, it was an atomic explosion, and the result was all the other military equipment and other explosive devices in the vicinity were also triggered off. So there was the most tremendous explosion. This was actually on the news. And so this is what is happening. They are keeping a very close watch on us now, because we are moving into space and we're taking war into space. And this is what they will stop. They will intervene and stop us taking aggression and war into space, because this is the first thing and the most vital thing because of our atmosphere. Would you like the door shut? I'm sure you're cold now, please. I think it's cooled down enough. Thank you. I don't want you to catch cold. Good one? I'd love it, thank you. But please close the door because I feel you're getting cold there.
It's pretty hot stuff there.
Thank you. So here we have a wonderful race of people who are setting us an example that we must follow. It's a very wonderful example. They're a very gentle people. They don't have wars. It doesn't exist with them. They have no monetary system, so there is no greed. There is no starvation. There is no want. It really is a utopia, and it really does exist. And their way of living and thinking is one of creation and construction. They live in harmonic interaction with all things, which is so vital. They use harmonic mathematics because that spaceship, when you realize how she is created in the harmonic interaction of her shape and the radius of her size is a harmonic, as it is throughout the entire universe. Everything is harmonic. In the electromagnetic wavelength of light, you have the harmonic sounds, you have the colors, you have everything in that electromagnetic wavelength. And it's very wonderful because it can be used for constructive purposes, not for destructive purposes. It can be used for the most incredible communication that is instantaneous. And as the spaceship moves in space, there's no such thing as radio wave propagation. You simply tune in with your mind to your destination, and the spaceship goes immediately to that destination. It can be another star system, 26 light years away, as Vega is 26 light years away, or the home planet in Proxima Centauri, which is 4 light years away. Well, this is near. This is our nearest neighbor. This is no distance at all. When Arkin took me there, he sat me down on this very comfortable bench. This whole area reminds me of it. There's the viewing lens in the center, and on each side are 2 half-moon benches set low into the carpeting so that it brings your feet up and you sit very comfortably. And he told me to sit back and just relax. He put his hand on my forehead and told me to relax back and think of the spaceship, because she is a living, natural, celestial object of light. And I must know exactly what is happening. And this is what I did.